Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and thanks so much for joining me today on this speed build. So we are currently building something a little different. I wanted to try out a different technique. So you'll notice here that I've shrunk the house. Well, I haven't shrunk the house. I've taken the house down a level. So I kind of wanted to do like a half visible basement level, if that makes sense. Now, this is a little bit tricky in The Sims because of the way that terrain cannot sit against a wall, if that makes sense. So you kind of can create like a basement level, but you can't have the terrain coming right up against the basement level, if that makes sense. So it does make for, yeah, a little bit of trickiness in the fact that you kind of have to hide, hide the hole around the wall. But yeah, I did want to try it out and see how it went, just having that, like, that little different extra level. I thought that would be quite cool. So this is actually, while it's sort of really only 2 levels visible, it is a 3-level build, but it's not technically a basement. It is like the first level, but it's kind of half sunken down, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I wanted to do something a little bit different in that sense. So we've got that sort of that shrunken down level, and I wanted to make it quite contemporary and modern. One of the things that I absolutely love about contemporary builds is bringing in wood into that sort of look. So you'll see that there I've used the growing together real sort of mid-tone wood, which has got such a warm touch to it. And then I've mixed that with a grey on the basement level, although I do change that. The one that I've chosen a different colour. And then I've used a lighter wood on the other sections and combined that with the black roof with the mid-brown trim. And then the horse ranch windows that have that same sort of black with the mid-brown trim on it. So it's just like the 3 colours, but they just work so beautifully together, and it is such a light feeling modern kind of vibe, which I love. I love that. So I really like this build in the sense that it is something A, a little bit different, but B, I love the colours, and yeah, I do love me a little bit of a modern build, although you know what, I really just enjoy building anything. I am such a building nerd. I just love building, full stop. So yeah, so this is sort of coming together. You can sort of see the 3rd level down there. I will skip over the landscaping. So as you can see here, I've done, because it took me a little while to figure out and fluff around with, and it just wasn't worth an hour's time just watching me place down plants. So I did skip over the landscaping, so you can sort of see my sim self there. I was testing it to make sure that it was accessible. And I've got a car in the driveway, a little bit of seating out the back and on the balconies and that sort of thing. So I'm just working out the floor plan at the moment. So how it kind of works is that the middle level is actually kind of what you would normally have on the ground floor. So that's going to be all of your living space stuff. And then on the top level is going to be a bedroom with its ensuite. And then on the bottom level, I kind of envisioned that as, like having like a rumpus room kind of area. So that kind of does have that rumpus room area, but it does have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms as well. So it is a 3-bedroom, actually 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, because there is a bathroom on the middle level. And there is a laundry going in on the middle level as well. So, it's quite a decent sized home in the sense that you could probably fit quite a few Sims in there and they could live their best life. I was struggling with the bed on that top level, just how to place that, because it isn't like a particularly roomy room up there, but I did work it out eventually. I did have to change like the doors and bits and pieces around, and I did change to the greenhouse haven door. I did have a larger door, but it just wasn't working. I didn't have the space. I am at the moment playing around with doing something a little bit different with the wallpapers. So that's something that is on my mind, just being a little bit more adventurous rather than having the same wallpaper everywhere. I am trying to mix it up a little bit and just create like, little places where I do get a little bit more adventurous with the wallpaper. So that's something I am working on for my building style at the moment. I love that wallpaper. This is the Riviera Kit wallpaper. adore it. Funny story, I completely forgot a door into this bathroom. When I was building like the little computer section, and on the other side of the door of the wall, yeah, I forgot a door to get into the bathroom, and I sort of had it all done, and then I was like, hang on. When I went to go and build the bathroom, I was like, hang on, I can't get in there. So it's like, oops. So I had to change that around, and I put like a little dresser in the bathroom because I couldn't fit that in the bedroom. So this is the laundry. So we're down to the second level. So I'm building from the top down. I don't know why, but I am. And yeah, and then going into the hallway area. I kind of had like an idea, and then it's just like, nah, that's not working. So just using the spa day console table and just little bits of hallway items. Thank you very much, Everyday Clutter Kit. I love that kit for that. And see, this is the wallpaper coming in there, just, you know, just to mix it up. So that's from the Decor to the Max kit, that particular wallpaper, I believe. I do find it like a little bit challenging to use sometimes, that wallpaper, but it is neat. I really like it. So originally I had planned to put the kitchen in on that indented space, and it just wasn't working. So I was like, okay, that's going to move down there. It's just going to be like a little teeny tiny kitchen over there, using the Home Chef Hustle chocolate counters there. So it's not like a particularly large kitchen, but it is certainly very functional, and it has enough space there to get your cooking done. So that's the main thing, right? And once again, just using the Riviera Kit tile. I love that wall tile. Like, oh, love it. Just like that particular swatch is just heavenly. But I've been using like other colors in that swatch, in that tile, and in like different builds and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That kit is so good. Anyway, so I put the dining area in here. So yeah, and I think that works really nicely. Just bringing it together with like the different shade in the curtains and the black just really kind of pulled the room together, because there's like all these hints of black, and I originally put the blue curtains in there. It just wasn't quite right, so I shifted it to the black curtains, and you know, it's just one of those things that just pulls the room together. And you've got like a little mini living room, which I thought was okay, because even though it's a small living room, you've kind of got your rumpus room downstairs, so it kind of, I thought that kind of balanced it out. So you kind of got two living spaces in this build, opposed to, you know, just really having the one larger living space. Yeah, you've got sort of a multi-level kind of living space kind of thing going on. All right, so we are down to the bottom level. So as I said, this is going to have like a rumpus room space. So I've got like a dart room, a dartboard and a foos table. Going to have, I think, a TV in here. Do I have a TV in here? Yes, I'm pretty sure I put a TV in here. So you've got your seating. There's going to be a gaming rig. So like, you know, it's a really cool, and some music. So a really cool hangout spot for your Sims. I was going to try and get an arcade thing in there, but that thing is enormous. Like, it's huge. So that was not hanging out in that space. So I decided to use on the walls in the basement, or the sort of the bottom level, the same wood that I had on the exterior of the bottom level. So that same grey wood is actually from Growing Together. So I used the Growing Together wood twice, just in two different colours. So I used that same on the outside onto the inside, but then changed, you know, little sections up. So I actually went like with little hints of green in that section, just to mix it up a little bit, because in the other areas I more went with the contrast colour of the blue. But I decided on this level I wanted to mix it up and just go, you know, green, sort of more the tealy colour, so it still sort of works within the range of the blue, but yeah, more green. So working on the first ensuite here. So this has just one of the Invisi showers. So it's a fully functioning full bathroom there. Just it's a little 2x2 one, but it all works. I have play tested this, and I did have to shift a couple of things around just to make it work. I think there wasn't quite enough space between the end of this bed and I put like something on the other side of the wall, and there just wasn't quite enough space there to get through to the bathroom. So I did have to tweak a couple of things, as you do when you play test, just to get it all to work. But I think it essentially looks the same. So that's all good. So this bedroom here is just sort of like black and sort of like a light woody tone, I guess, but I brought in like a touch of red as well, just with the vase and there's like a little touch of red on the painting as well with the wine. I love those cozy bistro, the cozy bistro artwork. Oh, so good. So I was playing around with putting like a red rug in, but I just couldn't find anything that really worked. So I went with like the chocolate brown, which kind of has a like a red undertone to it. That's the Super Fuzzy Fuzz rug from the Industrial Loft kit, which is my favourite rug in the whole game, and I always use it. If I can use that rug in a build, I will use it. And I think I used it like 3 or 4 times in this build. Like different swatches. I'm sorry, but it's my favourite rug. What can I say? So in this particular ensuite, I went with more green. I really like how that ensuite turned out. And in the bedroom that comes off that, I went with green again as well. So yeah, so just mixing up the colors a little bit in the bedroom, just doing like feature walls and just mixing it up, which I think is really cute. And I like how the sort of the ensuite bathroom for that room is sort of matching color wise with the bedroom as well. And I just went with the lighter wood in this because I think that worked really nicely with the shade of green, sort of that sagey, kind of shade of green with that, which I really liked. So I think we are just about at the end of things. Now, the amount of times I put the painting on that wall, but it just keeps on disappearing because of the stairs on the back of the wall, and I don't really know why, but anyway, it's one of those things, so it may or may not actually be in the build. So let's take a look at what we did. So I actually moved the build into Tomarang because I was looking for a really nice place to put the build. And I was just like, oh, Tomarang, it looks really nice. So I put it in there. So it's like a nice little modern build out there. And you can sort of see like the back area that I did, just like some simple seating and lounge chairs. I mean, there wasn't much of a backyard. It is, I believe, like a 20 by 20 lot. So it's not the biggest of lots, but it is a good, decent sized home on that lot, which I think is cool. So coming inside, we're in the hall area, looking out over the dining into the kitchen. So little pieces of clutter. Like I didn't clutter up the kitchen too much because there wasn't that much bench space. So I was conscious of that. Super Fuzzy Fuzz rug 1. And going into the laundry. Seriously, I must have used it like 3 or 4 times. I'm a shocker. Downstairs bathroom, and then this is the upstairs bedroom. Looking in there, so you've got like the different contrast wallpaper there, and then into the ensuite for that bedroom, so all in the black, which matched the bed. Then we are downstairs into the rumpus room with the touches of green, so lots of activities in that room, which I think is really cool. And this is the green ensuite bathroom, which I really liked, with the Riviera Retreat tile and the little pieces of clutter. Ah, so good. I realised I built it, but I liked it. And then into the little 2x2 ensuite for the black bedroom with the little, hints of red with the brown, which I think is neat. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build. It is available on the gallery, VelvettB, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.